This door is a disaster. Someone kicked in your door and you need to fix it. Or maybe your door is just broken. Today I'm going to show you how to fix an entry door without replacing it. I'm also going to fix this door jamb and we're going to make the whole thing look like new again. And don't worry, everything we do today is going to be beginner friendly. To make the repairs on this door today, I'm going to be using these wood fill products that I picked up off of Amazon and some sandpaper. I'll be sure to put links down in the video description so you guys can check it out for yourself. I'm going to get the hardware off of this door so I can start getting it cleaned up with my wood filler. I'm going to start with some 80 grit sandpaper here. I'm just going to remove everything that's loose. I'm also going to use my utility knife and remove anything that's extra loose. Over here on the door jamb side, I'm going to remove this door gasket and do the same thing. We're going to remove everything that's loose and sand it with the 80 grit. The fire department really did a number on this door, but it doesn't matter because when they really need to get in your house, they need to get in. Let's get these old striker plates off of here. Same thing, I'm going to take my razor knife. I'm going to cut away anything that's super loose before I start sanding. This little groove is the track where that door gasket's going to go back in. I want to make sure I don't get any wood filler into there. I'll use that 80 grit. I picked up this Gator handy block. I've never used this before, but I really like it. I drilled some holes into the wood on the door jamb. That's going to give our wood filler some extra places to really bite into. All right, the wood filler has a texture. Feels kind of like heavier than whipped cream. I don't know. Maybe some kind of brownie batter. I'm going to start putting this into the door jamb. I'm going to use my drywall taping knife back here. And I'm going to just start pressing it into these holes. Trying to work it down into that wood grain so that it bites really good. Here's our first coat. I've got my channel back there for my gasket. We're going to let this dry and take a look at it a little bit later. I'm going to start applying the wood filler to the door. Let me show you the technique I'm going to use. I'm going to use a little combination of rubber glove and putty knife. I'm going to start packing it in there. I want to make sure I pack it in really good so that it gets inside of the wood grain and the holes that I drilled. Pack it in there. Just using my finger here to kind of support it in the back. This is a very large hole, but I think it's going to be just fine. I'm just using my finger back there to smear it into the openings. Make sure that it gets inside the wood grain. Pretty much a custom sculpt going on here. I'm kind of cutting out the mortise for this latch on the Deadbolt. The dry time on this wood filler says 1 hour for shallow holes, 2 to 6 for deeper. I'm guessing this is at least 6. The doors had plenty of time to dry here. Over here on the door jamb, same thing. I've got my 80 grit. I'm going to give this the once over and then we're going to coat it again. This sanding sponge makes it really easy to cut in this edge, make it nice and sharp. Of course, we're going to go back over it again with another coat. This wood filler feels like wood as I'm sanding it. I'm going to fold this sandpaper in half and I'm going to put it inside the groove where that weather stripping goes. And we're just going to use this to kind of cut that groove out. That's looking pretty good. Let's get another coat of our wood filler on there. I do have a tack cloth, so I'm going to use it in between coats. I don't know if you're supposed to. What do you guys think about that? Second coat over here on the door jamb. I'm going to put it on pretty much like I did that first coat. This one's going to be much thinner though. All right, let's let that dry and we'll sand it and do another coat. Over here on the door, let's do the same thing. Let's give this a little skim coat. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's let this dry and then we'll sand it again. Here we are about 5 hours later. Let's sand down this wood filler and see what is left to add. I'm going to switch over to 120 grit on this sanding block. Same thing over here. I'm going to use that 120 grit. I'm going to check this just like I would check drywall with my taping knife here. I'm trying to see just how flat we are. Looks like this can come down just a little bit right in this area. All right, that looks pretty good. We need to build up this corner some more. Let me show you what I'm going to use for that. This squeezy product here I think is going to work better for building up those edges. Here's that area that we need to fill in. I've got a little extra hanging over the edge here, but that's going to work out good. After this dries, we're going to sand it again. Okay, the same drill. We'll let this dry. We're going to sand it and we'll see how much is left. I think we're getting pretty close here, but we might need a little bit more. Here's a little pro tip. I found that a fan really helps to accelerate the dry time. Let's take a look at this. The white stuff in the tube sands really nice. This is starting to look really good. I think I'm going to have to put one more real thin coat on here. Here's a technique I'm finding works really well for this corner. I'm just bringing that out and making a nice sharp corner. I think if I do this when I sand it, it'll be pretty good. The door jamb's looking really good. That edge is actually rolled a little bit, so I'm going to try to give it that same profile with a roll here. I'm going to use the sandpaper I have folded, and I'm going to go back in there and clean up that channel again. That's where that door gasket lives. All right, now I have some 1000 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to go over this real light with this and try to get this really smooth. I'm really glad I took the time to put a little more in there because that edge is nice and sharp. Next, I need to get a new hole here for my deadbolt. Let me show you how we're going to do that. This is a door lock installation jig kit. This little jig goes right over the door. It slides right over there and it gives us a guide to cut that 1-inch hole in there for the deadbolt. Let's get this thing set up and see how well it works. That's got my jig mounted. We've got those screws in there. Now we're going to take this 1-inch drill bit and we're going to drill out for the deadbolt. All right, let's take a look inside of there. Oh yeah. All I've got left to do now is to mortise out around the hole there. Get our deadbolt put in there. Now let's trace out for the mortise. All right, it's the moment of truth. Let's see how this deadbolt latch fits in here. Oh yeah. Gotta nibble just a little bit down there. I want to get some primer on the areas that I've done. I'm only gonna prime those areas. That kind of that bare new wood, if you will. That's that new wood filler. I'm going to use a technique that an old timer taught me. I'm going to use this spray primer and then I'm actually going to roll it to get that texture that I'm looking for. Now, after this dries, I'll hit it with that 1000 grit, and then we'll put a top coat of latex on top of it. My paint's all dry. I'm gonna install my hardware. I can't wait to see how well it fits. All right, first I'll try the Deadbolt. This is brand new. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that fits perfect. Now I'll put the lock in and the back side. Let me put the screws in this and then we'll put the knob in. Try it in the door, Jamb. Oh yeah, perfect. My paint's all dry. I'm gonna install my hardware. I can't wait to see how well it fits. Looks like I lost some audio on my mic, but I'm just showing you the old door gasket and that I'm getting ready to install the new door gasket. This is going to make this door look really awesome. Here I'm cutting a 45-degree angle on the new door gasket so that it matches the old one at the top of the door. This door is an 8-foot tall door. I could only find 6-foot pieces of door gasket, so I do have to put a second piece down at the bottom. Here I'm cutting the splice on the door gasket and just using my nips, and I'm gonna tuck it right into that channel. Ended up working out really good on that channel, by the way. That 2-piece seam, I was really worried that it was going to be noticeable, but you cannot even see it. I think it looks awesome. We've got the new gasket installed. Let's test the door out. Oh yeah. Oh, lock works too. Let's take a look at some before and after pictures of this door and door jamb. Here we can see the before. This door was in trouble. Look at that door. Oh my gosh, there's just big chunks of it missing. The fire department really did a number on this door. And then over here on the door jamb, oh my gosh, same thing. This thing was all ripped up, gaskets all ripped up. This door was a mess. And now look at it. Holy cow. That does not even look like the same door. I mean, wow, look at it, guys. I can't believe how well this door turned out. You've watched the video this long, leave me a comment. What do you think? I think it turned out awesome. Actually, much better than I expected. Check out this video down here. That is a video where I show you how to actually replace a door instead of just repairing it.